What's going on, guys? This is John J Gaming on the mic, coming at you guys with another video. And today, I guess, wanted to come at you guys with something different. If you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, as well as, the title of this video, gonna essentially be talking about Madden 21, right? And the information, that they have, that they've come out so far. And, I didn't come out with, like, anything initially, but, because I wanted, like, a couple of days to process everything. But I am going to warn you guys from the jump, that it's still probably going to be, somewhat of a rant. You'll probably notice that as we get, more in depth into this video. But shoot, man, let me talk about Madden 21 and, what they're doing over there. Let's be honest, hard truth, and it's just, that's indicative for, EA Sports as a whole. That's not just for Madden 21, that's for, all of their newer sports games that they have released, in these past few years. They simply do not care about the community unless it's in, their interest that they can exploit us for, for more money, I mean, let's be honest, most of their changes are to, obviously Mutt, because, Mutt is their money maker. They can make microtransactions off of that, getting more cards and whatnot, and then, same, face of the franchise, that's the one thing that, like, they mainly pushed out thus far, at least, during the recording of this video. Of course, that face of the franchise, that's what they're pushing. That's like their big, improvement, I guess you can say, to, Madden 21, and, yeah, like, even then, like, just, like, a lot of stuff that they do, like, let's start with, I'm just, disappointed with for two different reasons. One, they're not really adding anything new, really. I guess maybe you could switch positions, I guess, between, like, high school and college. You can, become either, like, a running back or a wide receiver, after your high school days. I guess you start out as a quarterback initially, though, but you could switch later on. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of cool. But that's kind of insulting, though, to Lamar Jackson in a way, because he was told a lot, during the pre-draft process, even in his college, recruiting process, hey, we really like you as an athlete, but can you switch positions? And, he fell as far as he did because, he didn't want to be, an athlete. He didn't want to play running back or a wide receiver at the NFL level. He wanted to play quarterback. And, the Ravens were the only team in the first round, that, believed in him enough to draft him. And, look what he's doing now. MVP, one of the best quarterbacks, one of the best players in general in the whole league. It just kind of seems like it's a slap to the face to him in a way. In that, he had to go through all that adversity, to get to where he's at today. Where, you got guys like Josh Allen who are, way more raw than what Lamar Jackson was coming out of college, coming out of Wyoming, of all places. No offense to any Wyoming fans that are, watching this video right now. He gets that benefit of the doubt. He becomes a top 10 pick. And he could still pan out, but he's just, he's not as good as Lamar Jackson. I don't think he'll ever be as good as Lamar Jackson. Hopefully that ages well, though, of course. And then also, like, just looking at, some of the new logos that they added into the, into, like, the face of the franchise. A lot of those logos were from Madden 25, for, like, relocation. When Madden 25 came out? 2013, the same year that this game that I'm playing right now is coming out. So it's 7 years ago. We're approaching 8 years ago that they came out. And they're recycling old stuff, and they're calling it new. What are you doing, EA? What are you legitimately doing? And that's with their best feature, arguably, other than Mutt. That is their best feature, that they did with with the new game. The franchise mode, though. Because you already know we're going to eventually get to that franchise mode, right? They essentially, that is a patch. Those are not new features. That is 100% a patch. That is what we got between Madden 21 and Madden 20. You get a patch and you get a roster update. That is all the franchise community got this year. You know, I remember when, you know, franchise was the main, you know, focus for Madden. Those were some goated Maddens. You know, Madden 07, you know, from the PS2. And then, I guess somewhere, you know, EA just lost their way, man. They just lost their way. You know, and it's definitely disappointing, you know. You know, because I wanted Madden to do better. I really did. But look at just look at the hashtags on Twitter. You know, I don't even have to pull them up myself. I mean, some of y'all that are watching this video already know. You know, Fix Madden Franchise 21 was the #1 trending hashtag in the United States. This is in the midst of a global pandemic that is currently raging outside of us. And, you know, all politics aside as well, you know, we just had one of the biggest, actually, I'm pretty sure we had the biggest civil rights protest, civil rights march, you know, in U.S. history. All of that has been going on the past month, and somehow Fix Madden Franchise was trending above both of those. That is how bad you messed up, EA. That is legitimately how bad you messed up. And, you know, I feel bad, you know, for YouTube channels out there, you know, YouTuber content creators, you know, where their main focus is Madden, because some of them will feel like, you know, they have to buy it, you know, in order to sustain themselves as a channel, you know, on YouTube, you know, in order to stay relevant on the platform, you know, and that's a shame, because, you know, even some of them know that, like, this is not acceptable. It's simply not acceptable whatsoever. So, if you're a content creator, if you're bigger than me, I'm sure there is definitely a lot of content creators that are bigger than what I am right now. I ask you, please do not buy Madden 21. It is not worth the $60 purchase to go and get a roster update. It's just not. And I'm fed up. And the only way that they're going to change is if we come together and say that we are not willing to buy this because you are not doing enough for me to shell out $60 to you guys. And, you know, for the content creators that, you know, were, like, Madden was their main focus and are going to branch out in different directions, I ask you guys, you know, as part of the sports gaming community, you know, please go and support them, you know, no matter how they decide to branch out. Because, you know, if they try to branch out, you know, and then they don't get, you know, nearly the same attention as they get, you know, doing Madden, then, you know, it's just going to be harder, you know, to make a stand. So, I mean, that's, I guess that's really all I have to say, really. I don't know what else to say, you know, other than, you know, Madden, fix your franchise mode. Fix your game in general. We want an NFL game that we can play. That's all I ask. We want a franchise mode that is cared about. Back in the days when, you know, Madden franchise was just simply so much better. But that's all I have to say, though. I guess, you know, let me know down in the comments, you know, what you think about Madden 21. Are you still thinking about buying it? And if you're still thinking about buying it, why? You know, are you willing to, like, to go and buy it, I guess? And then, you know, if you're not going to buy it, let me know down in the comments as well what you want to see, you know, in order, you know, to be actually willing to buy this game. But, you know, other than that, I'm going to sign off for now. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I know it's 4th of July weekend coming up, you know, here in the United States. You know, hopefully, you know, you're being safe, you know, and are enjoying the, you know, the freedoms that, you know, we do have here in the United States, that we can say things that, you know, maybe other people don't agree with. This is John J. Gaming on the mic. I'm going to sign off for now. Take care, everybody.